Final race on the programme at Sha Tin on Wednesday night is a Class 3. Rating band 60 to 85 though. Mega Red takes a drop into Class 3 with those criteria. Solomon Bay first up takes a drop in class as well, as does Big Time Baby. Lead Perfection, all weather for the first time. 2 out of 4 over the trip though. Go Public, he's won his last 2 course and distance. Encore Boys, a course and distance winner as well. Very consistent. Smart Leader, all weather for the first time. Raging Blitzkrieg, beaten favourite last time out. Strathclyde's got a good record course and distance. And Heart's Keeper, the 9-year-old, a 7-time course and distance winner. So back at the touchscreen to have a look at the speed map here, Brett, for the final events, with Strathclyde possibly winning the race for the front.
Could well be the case, Andrew. Yep, he'll be kicking through, I would imagine, from barrier number 2. The old fellow, Perpetual Treasure, more times than not is a horse that does have good speed from the barrier. Key runner, Lean Perfection, lightly raced galloper, looks to have a lot of ability. Just his 6th race start, he's been trialling really well on the surface. He'll power forward. Whether or not he wants to completely power forward and try and take on, maybe even sort of get outside there of Strathclyde, who I think will want to try and hurry through on the inside and hold the front. It's a real possibility. Encore Boy might want to roll forward too, so there's going to be some action early. Some other interesting runners. Big Time Baby gets a nice little run. Smart Leader's an interesting runner coming onto this surface, and maybe even Nuclear Power from a good barrier might even try and sit a bit closer.
Looks awkward for Solomon's Bay, doesn't it, out of barrier 12, but Paul, as far as the track work is concerned?
Well, Mega Red, he ran really nicely, fresh up after a long break, and you can see him going nicely enough here this morning as well. So he's taken no ill effects from that particular race. Just whether he does bounce after it, that's the query we've got there with him, with Mega Red. We've got Lean Perfection. He's going well here this morning as well. You can see him under a really good hold. He's a really nice horse. He looked really progressive last season, and he always works really well on the surface. And he's Go Public. Again, another one he's won his last 2. So nice race, this one. And Go Public, he's going well enough as well. That's in 170 that we can see there.
All right, yeah, Go Public in tremendous form. We'll come back to him in a second. Let's start off, though, with Solomon's Bay. First up with jockey Sha Tin.
Solomon's Bay back onto the dirt on Wednesday night. What do you make of his chances here?
Yeah, I think it's a good option to bring him back on the dirt because his first up run was very good on this track. He's a nice little horse. He's been trialling on this track very good, so I think it's the right thing we did.
Looking at those trials, he looks like he's pulled quite a bit, travelled strongly. Is that a concern for you?
He can travel once he gets into his momentum, but to be honest, I'm drawn a little bit outside, and I'm pretty happy with this because, you know, he can miss the gate, and I don't want him to have too many horses in front of me where I run in trouble because he can get into the rattle. But otherwise, he's such a lovely horse. He do everything that you want. But I'm just gonna ride him how he goes, and I think he's gonna go well.
You rode him in his first up run. You've ridden him in a trial since then. Fitness-wise, has he improved from that first run?
Yes, 100%. He felt much more fitter in the trial, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be much better after that. So, in all, I think, you know, like I said, going back to the old weather and his fitness-wise is definitely better. So we expect him to run a good race.
Carrick's very positive then about Solomon's Bay and doesn't see the 12 as a negative either, so he's a double-figure price at the moment. We'll keep moving though, because we've got a few to take in here. Horses we're going to look at here. Go Public. So he's just been in tremendous heart, just no stopping him. As such, 2 starts this season winning. Encore Boys racing a good heart, never too far away. We got Raging Blitzkrieg as well, and then in between them both is Nuclear Power.
That's right. I actually don't mind the performance here of Nuclear Power. Now, you keep your eye here on Nuclear Power. He just tries to shoulder out underneath Raging Blitzkrieg, and Zach Purton doesn't have a bar of it. He just says, no, sorry, son, back you go. And he has to come around him and then build the momentum again. He actually got 2 days for that, Matthew Poon, suspension. But I like the way he got going again. We know Go Public's going well, Encore Boy. So this is one sort of form line that we're having to analyse going into this race against a couple of other ones.
Yeah, I've got Go Public in the numbers. I thought he hit the line well, and he really likes the surface. So.
Next one we're going to have a look at, Lean Perfection. He's been looking pretty good in the mornings.
He has. I'm going to make him the bet of the day, actually, because I think he's better than this particular class. He's a horse that's really going places. He's by Sebring. He's won trials on the surface before. He always works well on it. The Sebring progeny seem to like it. He's out of a Rock of Gibraltar mare as well. He's had the 3 wins from his 5 starts and had excuses in the other 2, so I'm more than happy to go with him. He's drawn 11, but I think he can get outside the leader.
That's California Gung Ho, who ran at the Valley on Wednesday night, winning that trial. I'm actually, to be honest with you, I'm surprised in one way that he's actually going to the dirt. I think he's a really classy horse on the turf who could potentially be, you know, a rising sort of sprinter here in Hong Kong. But maybe Dennis thinks this is an easy kill, so to go there first.
All right, Strathclyde, we saw him on the speed map in a prominent position. This is how he's looked in his trials.
Yeah, first 2 runs have been on the turf, and now the South African maestro Tony Millard is placing him onto the all-weather, where he's had 6 starts for 2 wins and 3 minors, almost a faultless record on this surface.
Yeah, I've got him in there on a minor line, this horse, Strathclyde, because he does really enjoy the surface, and he should get a good, nice run. I don't know if he'll necessarily lead it, though.
Yeah, the last little bit, he was just pushed on there. This is the go. I think 2 runs, good barrier, lightweight, onto this surface, perfect for him, but pushed a little bit late in that trial.
All right, Big Time Baby, though, Paul, is favourite here.
Yeah, I've got him in the numbers, but I'm going to go with this horse, Lean Perfection, on top. I just think he's a really nice horse, going places. Go Public is in great form. Big Time Baby going nicely, and then Strathclyde in there for 4th, but I like the 4 to win.
I thought that run from Nuclear Power, all considered, was reasonable enough. He'll be value here, and I want a bit of value. Lean Perfection's the classy horse in the race. I think he's potentially a Class 1 horse on the turf, so he could well just put these away. Strathclyde, smart leader, 11-4, 10-8.
All right, Lean Perfection for me there in the last. As far as the stats are concerned, we can talk about Me Choi's record. Well, here it is.
Yeah, really good record there, as you can see. Really nice win rate on the all-weather there. So 27.2% this season already from his 11 runners. And the one to watch we've got here is Exponents. I think Exponents going to run a really good race, but he's got Go Public. He's got a host of horses in there. They've got chances.
One of a few.
All right, OK. So best bets, is it a Me Choi horse?
No, it's not. It's Lean Perfection in the last. I think he can beat the Me Choi horse in the last, Lean Perfection. And Hong Kong's folks really like this trial, and I like him coming to the surface. So he's the long shot. $21, nice price as well. But we'll go on the last. We'll throw Me Choi in there. Big Time Baby, Lean Perfection, and Go Public.
It's the Mo-Ho combination for me. Viva Council, 4-3. I think he liked the dirt last start. And Biz Power from Berto Rispoli, 7-6, finally drawn a barrier, gives him a good chance at a price. And then Some Street Somewhere, Biz Power Elusive, State Race 7 for the QQP.
All right, best for me comes up early. Race 3 Calculations, a good race. He's carrying weight, but he's doing it for a reason. He's a nice horse. Alcazar, all weather for the first time. Jobmore and Caris Teton as the long shot, and the play of the day, 2, 5 and 6 in Alcazar's race. That just about wraps things up. Ladies' purse to be huge on the weekend. Glorious Forever, Time Warp and Pakistan Star.
Massive card on Sunday, no doubt, and get there because there'll be plenty of racing to watch.
Looking forward to it.
Excellent. All right, that's the show. Thanks for watching on behalf of Paul Brett and the rest of the team. Hopefully see you Sha Tin on Wednesday night. We will be racing to win.
Good evening.